Hi everyone, welcome back to Essie's Diary. For those of you who don't know, my name is esihlemkosana and welcome back to my channel. On today's topic, guys, we're talking about why I did not want children, or rather yet, why I hated children. So growing up, guys, I think around the ages of 15, 16, 17, I did not like children. I hated kids, specifically toddlers. I just really did not know how to connect with kids. I did not know how to play with kids. I remember my mom asking me at some point, like, why do you hate children so much? And she was worried. She was actually quite worried that one day, you know, she wouldn't have grandkids because of the way I just really disliked having, you know, children, like seeing children, looking at children. I just did not have that connection with them. And my younger brother actually enjoyed playing with children. He enjoyed playing with kids. Even now, kids love him, you know. So it was really just like, I think for me, I was just really annoyed at children. I did not like the noise, especially toddlers, even teenagers. I used to think to myself, you know, I was a teenager myself, and if I had this big attitude, you know, what about my kids? You know, what type of attitude are my kids gonna have? You know, kids have their own mind, you know, it's a whole other human being, it's a whole other person, you know, who has their own mind and they think for themselves and they want their own things, you know, you can't control them. So I just, you know, really did not want to have children because it was just a lot. It was just really a lot, just having to be there, you know, for somebody who I really just would probably find annoying growing up, especially at that toddler phase. And then I think at around, you know, 2021, I thought of it more of a responsibility thing. I did not want to be responsible for somebody when I can barely take care of my own self, you know. Just having to be there for somebody, especially financially, because I would need to work, I would need to get my shit together. I don't want responsibilities and I don't want to burden people with my responsibilities. I want to be able to take care of myself and my responsibilities. So having a child, you know, I did not want my mom to go through teenage pregnancy, you know, having now a teenager who's pregnant, having to take care of the grandchild, you know, too early. I did not want to disappoint my mother, and I would resent having a child before age, you know. As much as the sex would be great and everything, but you know, it has consequences, and that's having a child, you know. And for some people it's a blessing, you know, but for some people, honestly, it just changes their lives forever. And I did not want to make a decision where I was going to live to regret it. So I could not be responsible for anybody, especially financially and also emotionally, man. You need to be there for a child emotionally, mentally. You know, ask your child how your child is, you know, every single day. Assure your child that, you know, she or he is beautiful, you know, assure them that they're amazing, they're great at what they do, you know, ask them questions what they would like to do, you know, figure out them as just being another being, you know. It was just a lot, you know, the responsibility part of it, you know. I just honestly thought to myself, it was going to be too much for me, financially, emotionally, mentally. I needed to be there for a child. So that's one of the reasons why I just did not want children, because I was not ready for that, and I did not think I would ever be ready anytime soon. I think also that led to just, you know, fear, the fear of abandonment, because I was going to have this child with somebody, and what if this person leaves? You know, because how many baby daddies have gone, you know, have just left after getting somebody pregnant, especially in Black culture. People just get you pregnant and then they bounce like producers. They were never there because they weren't planning for a kid, you know. They just wanted to nut in you, and with no condom that time, and that's it, you know. There's no consequences. They think there's no consequences. So honestly, I just feared that I was going to take care of this child by myself and with my family, you know, because I don't know what it is, man. Men just become different when you have a child. Some men, not all of them obviously, but a lot of men just become different as soon as the child is born or when you're pregnant. Who just decides now they don't want to be responsible for somebody, you know. Then you have to take care of the child on your own. That's a lot. I was left by my dad, you know, at a young age. I still have that fear of abandonment even in my relationship. It's affected me in my relationships, you know. And I do not want that for my child. I want my child, guys, to grow up in a home where there's both parents there. They're both working and they're also there emotionally and mentally. And they are just involved, you know. I want to be involved in my child's life as much as the father of the child is also involved in their life. And also I think just, you know, another reason is the cruelty of this world, man. Bringing a child into this world, guys, you have to be really brave. You know, you really have to be strong as well as a human being. You know, just being strong there for your child, telling your child that everything is gonna be okay when you know it's a shit show in this world. Guys, we're going through pandemics. Like, we're going through so much as the world, you know, sicknesses, you know, rape, abuse, you know, everything that is out there, guys. There's just some weird diseases and weird things going on and things that she cannot control. And you can't, you know, protect your child from those things because your child is going to grow up. Your child is going to grow up to learn about the world, to be out there, you know, and experience some of these things, God forbid. You know, you can't control that. You can't help that. You know, you can't control your child in nature. Because also, guys, you know, growing up, I understand now why my mom was very strict, you know, because she was trying to protect me from the outside world, which is very cruel. But at the end of the day, I saw the outside world. I see how cruel it is, and it's really sad. It's really sad, but she can't protect me forever. The only thing I can do is just text her every day to tell her that I'm still safe, girl. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm still hustling, you know, and that should be okay for her, you know, because we can't, you know, control how this world is. It's dangerous out there, guys. It is really dangerous, and I do not want to have children to bring them into this cruel world. You know, live them inside this world, and I won't even be able to protect them because I'm failing to even keep myself safe from the things happening out there as a woman. You know, it's a lot, guys. Having children, you need to think just beyond yourself. It's not just about you and what you want. You need to make sure that when you have a child, it is raised in an environment that, you know, it's safe. It's safe, you know, you're there, your family at least is there, somebody's there to just protect this child from, you know, the dangers of this world. You know, I don't want my child to grow up poor, guys, you know, I don't want my child to just go through its struggle. I saw my mom struggle growing up, and I could see how hard it was for her raising 2 kids by herself, and I did not want to go through that myself. I did not want to struggle that. I really did not want to struggle because I could see how my mom was going through it, just raising my brother and I, you know, financially, mentally, you know, emotionally, going through divorce, you know, as a single woman. And not once did I see my mom cry in front of me when she was going through all of that. Not once did I see her cry, and it's so sad because you need to break down, you know, when you're going through something, and you don't want your kids to see like that. I understand why, guys. I really understood why I did not see my mom cry. You know, all she was doing is just working, making sure that we eat, making sure that she puts bread on the table. You know, she'll cry maybe in the car, she'll cry maybe incidents in at work, but she made sure that we ate, we had clothes, we had transport, we had education. She made sure, and it was a struggle. It's not easy. And doing it by herself, also with no help, it was a lot, guys. I did not want to go through what my mom went through. And that's why for me right now, I owe my mom the world. You know, not just because, you know, I'm her child or whatever the case is. It's because of what she went through, like growing up. You know, it's because of the sufferings. It's because of, I could understand that raising a child in this world is not easy. It's really not easy, and I have a mind of my own. You know, we go back and forth, we disagree on so many things. She can't control me, you know. She can't tell me, no, you must do it like this, you must do it like. If it was up to my mom, I'd be living inside of her body at this point. I wouldn't go out anywhere, I wouldn't be doing anything, I wouldn't be dating, I wouldn't be doing nothing. I would be safe inside of her. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that, you know. So it's a lot, man. It's just watching your child grow up and having this mind of their own and living this, you know, certain lifestyles. Things change, you know, that it's a lot, guys. It's just a lot having kids. I personally want to be at a space where I'm great financially. You know, I want to be at a space where I am emotionally there for my child, mentally there for my child. I'm going through depression and anxiety, and I do not want to go off at my child for no reason. Just because I'm going through it, because now I want to take it off, you know, on my child. I don't want to beat my child for nothing. But I want to be able to develop a relationship with my child where we can speak to each other, tell my child, okay, this is wrong, you know, teachings basically. I want to teach my child and guide my child, you know, through this life thing when I'm at a better space myself, emotionally and mentally. I don't want to be a strict parent who's controlling. I want to obviously prepare them for this world. There's so much, guys, there's so much that I want for myself, and I guess you can never be ready as a person. You can never ever be ready because this world doesn't stop. Honestly, right now I'm not ready to have one. And I think also the person I'm with in my life will determine whether or not I have a child. I have to look at first, is the person I'm dating financially stable? You know, or if not, are they working on being financially stable? Are they hustling as much as I'm trying to hustle? Not trying, actually hustling. What family do they come from? Like, what type of family does he have? His mom, his dad, does he have siblings? A good foundation. Does my, you know, partner come from a good foundation in order for me to have a child with him, so that even if something goes wrong between him and I know that my child will have a family still that loves, you know, him or her the same way that my family and me would love him or her. I just want to be prepared, and I think there's no way you can really prepare to have a child, but that's why I've been dreading it. I just have a lot going on. I cannot have a child right now when there's so much going on. I'm not strong enough for it. I'm not strong enough to bear a child right now. I'm not strong enough to take care of somebody, be responsible for somebody right now, because I'm still trying to take care of myself. If it happens, it happens, and I'll ask God for so much strength at this point. I'll ask for help, guys. I'll ask for all the help that I can in raising this beautiful child, but until then, I just want to make sure that I work towards having, you know, a stable life first, both financially and emotionally, you know, mentally, to make sure that I'm good. I'm at at least good space in my life. I can see myself having a child with my partner, but I want to be at a good space before I make that decision of having a child, so we can do this thing together, because it's not going to be easy. Me, I want mom and dad at home, guys. I want my child to experience love. That even if you don't have money, even if you don't have everything, you know, for your child, at least they have both parents at home and he or she can experience that love, what it feels to be loved, what love is from both parents. At least, even if you guys are not together, okay, just be there for your child. Don't up and run, leaving children by their own. How do you expect a child should grow up, guys? It's trauma. It's really important to have a partner there by your side who's gonna help you through it. Anyway, guys, having kids, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's not like the most, you know, fucked up decision to do, because there's some people who actually enjoy having kids. This is just my experience, you know, this is just my life, how I've seen it, how I viewed having children. Unfortunately, it's not the nicest thing, but I want to make my child grow up in an environment where, you know, they would want to have children one day. I just want to say that it's not bad having children, because some people really enjoy it and some people really prepare for children. They're there for their kids, they have the money. Some people are not, you know. Some people don't like having children. Some people even hate having their kids, you know, abuse their kids. And honestly, guys, if you're at that stage where you really hate your kid and you don't want your child around you, take them to a social worker, guys. I don't know, research about it or something, but please do not treat your child badly just because you resent them, just because you regret the decision you made of having a child. I know it sucks, but you gotta just rock it through, guys. You gotta pull through it. You gotta hustle and do it for yourself and for your child, because best believe, once your child is grown and has, you know, seen this world and is able to maneuver around this world, you will reap the benefits, child. Just be there for your child, just love your child, and just make sure that your child stays away from the streets, because these streets are bad. There's only so much you can do to protect your child. There's only so much you can do to control them. Don't control them, honestly. Just let them be, and just pray to God that they turn out to be amazing beings, and ask God for protection, just, you know, to protect them. You know, I had valid reasons as to why I didn't want children. I had valid reasons as to why I hated children. But honestly, I don't hate them anymore. I love children. You know, I even adopted cats, guys, to learn, you know, how to take care of something or somebody. You guys should go watch our channel, our episode. We got cats. So I'm learning, you know, this is the first step, you know, to having to take care of somebody. Anyway guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment down below if you have kids, you know, and you want to share your story of how it is raising one, you know, and how it is now. Or if you hated kids growing up, you know, your story. I would really love to hear what your stories, guys, is if you guys have children and how you feel about children, because this is one of the topics that are least discussed, because, you know, nobody really talks about having kids, you know, because it's quite a sensitive issue, because some people can't have children and they want children, some people can have children but they don't want children. It's a mixture, you know, it's a mixture. But let's engage, let's talk, you know. Let's communicate. Comment down below, guys. Feel free to share your opinion on kids, you know, and your struggles. And yeah, I hope to see you next time on Essie's Diary.